Hello and welcome all you Aries people out there. Welcome to your horoscope for June 2013 for in general Aries people. It's going to be your month, I think. It's going to be a dynamic month. It's going to be a month of action, a lot of dynamite. And I think most Arians do like a bit of action and do like a bit of activity going on. So what is happening during that month? Well, there is Venus and Mercury bumping into Pluto and into Uranus. And that is very significant for you because you are a cardinal sign. And cardinal signs are really feeling, especially those who have planets or an ascendant rising between 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, even 14 degrees of Aries. They feel that the most. It's about Pluto-Uranus. In a nutshell, Pluto-Uranus is about liberation, and that suits Aries very well. It's about freedom. It's about, having no chains in your life, having no... you can be yourself, you can be who you are, and if you can't, this is the time that you can liberate yourself from that in whatever area it can be for you, whether it is work, relationship, house, or whatever. Because it is a square, Pluto-Uranus, Pluto is in Capricorn, Uranus is in your sign, it squares up to each other, which means always challenging stuff going on. 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and again 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's a process. It's something that needs to be changed on such a deep level that you can't do it just overnight. And it's happening now all during this month in your 4th house, which is actually, it's the roots of your house. It's how do you say that? It's the core. It's literally your house, but on another level, it's the deepest you. It's what you are all about, and on the inside, on the deepest level. So with Venus and Mercury there, these are nice planets to have in your 4th house. So maybe you are making your home a bit nicer, maybe making yourself or loving yourself or trying to love yourself a bit more than usual. Or maybe your thoughts are with your roots and with your ancestors and with your family, or maybe you're going to think about your childhood or think about where you come from, because Mercury, the planet of thinking and communication, is there. Now, what happens around the 4th, as from around the 4th up until the 14th of the month, is that Venus and Mercury are going to bump up into Pluto and to bump up into Uranus in your sign. So, and especially for Aries people, Pluto-Uranus is a lot about liberating, but the Aries people really have to be cautious because of their impatience. That's the only advice. Because they want it so much, that change, on a very, maybe on an unconscious level, but they can't do it yet. It's like a child that wants to run before it can walk. So you have to give it a bit of time. But around that time, you will be triggered to shift something on a very deep level. And it could have to do, actually, because it's activating so many levels in your chart. It could have to do with work as well, because Pluto is in there. So a lot of you Aries people are also transforming through their work, through the shifts maybe that they are doing in their works, the decisions that they are making, maybe saying goodbye to a job that pays quite well and embracing a new job that is a bit less money but giving more self-worth. Something like that could happen to you. And if it's not that, it's probably on a very deep level that you feel that a lot of stuff is changing and you get to know yourself so much better, so much deeper, even when you're 60. because this all happens in your 4th house. So another thing so it could be, the only thing it could be a bit is the impatience. So if you are really dying to make that change, give it the time during that period between the 4th and the 14th. And then after that, Jupiter comes into that 4th house of yours in Cancer. So I think it will be a happy end, I hope, for most of you. Jupiter in your 4th house is really, really nice. And Jupiter is a planet that stays in a sign for about a year, maybe a bit longer. So it was in your 3rd house in Gemini. It shifted into your 4th house of Cancer at the end of the month, so around the 25th. So there is this contentment of yourself, of your deepest self, when the foundations are good. Anything that comes from that is even better. So you are going to feel content on a deeper level, or there is possibility to feel more satisfied with oneself, or on another level with their home and their environment, or maybe you're going to move to a bigger place, or during the upcoming year this is going to happen because of Jupiter in your 4th house. So very exciting for you Aries people, very, very exciting. But that is basically it. I think that's the most important thing. Yes, having Jupiter, that planet is so happy in Cancer because Jupiter is a planet of expansion, and it expands in a water sign, so water goes everywhere. It can expand very well there. And Cancer is very nurturing. It's very emotional stability. I think a lot of Aries people will find their emotional stability again if they have lost it, and find it if they have never had it. So thank you for listening, you Aries people. Wish you all the best. If you want a personal reading, please click on the link below, and see you next month. Bye bye.